So, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's Challenge Express. Chew, chew.
Let's do it again.
All right. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's Challenge Express. Chew, chew. We're here. I'm Tom, joined by my co-host, as always, for Challenge USA. It's Daniel, Mr. Bostwick. How you doing, Daniel?
I am good.
Good, man. You just watched the episode, right?
Yeah. Thank you for letting the people know that that I just watched the episode this morning. So yeah, everything is fresh in my brain, ready to go.
Nice. How'd you feel about the episode? I mean, I'd like to get your opinion after watching it,
Overall, I thought that, but I was a bit underwhelmed by the fuel that I guess Sarah had. Because I felt as if you could have put a little bit more pep in your step to really get, Tyson there, because he was in grasp of, being eliminated or in that seat to be eliminated. But I just felt as if she and Ben didn't really have the fire to make that executive decision to ensure that they were going in. But we'll get into it.
Yeah, or even just like the beef between the two. Like when we got back to the house, like after the last episode, we expected just fireworks in the house. And it just seems like they went their separate ways and complained to their own people about the situation. Like I said, I don't know if they're cutting out certain aspects of the show because of the rating. I don't know if these people are more mature. They come from other shows, so they know not to make these scenes in the house.
Yeah.
I mean, they know they've been on reality TV before, so maybe they know better. But I mean, even people on the flagship show have been on reality TV before because they do, multiple seasons and they still act a fool. And it's like, that's what we want to see. People act a fool. Shout out DMX. But let's get into the episode 6. So this whole algorithm, there's some confusion going on because we see a pair that's already been paired before, Dom and Angela. People are, complaining, saying it's rigged because Angela has yet to be partners with some of the people still on the show. I think, I could be wrong, but I think Derek has not been partnered with Angela yet. I don't know if Ben has. I don't know if Enzo has. But I think it comes down to, obviously it could be rigged, and it's most likely rigged. But, it comes down to whoever's name gets highlighted and it's random, they get paired with somebody who they haven't been paired with. Angela was one of the last names to get highlighted. So it's like, okay, who do we pair Angela with? Everyone before it got highlighted on Angela is already partnered with somebody, even the partner she hasn't had yet. So it, canceled out and gave her a partner she already had because there was only like 2 guys left that she could have been partners with after the algorithm hit her. I don't know. That's like, if that makes any sense, that's kind of where I'm coming from. But it also could be rigged. If it was rigged, I thought we would have seen like Tyson and Sarah, but we did see Ben and Sarah, which is kind of sus. But I mean, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. So some of these people are going to be paired up.
Yeah, I was under that notion that everybody would have had a chance to be paired with, a different person each time. And then I guess when that exhausts, then yeah. So perfect algorithm. Well, TJ's algorithm.
Not so perfect. Yeah.
Might as well be TJ's algorithm because humans are not perfect. So
no, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, we get back to the house. Where's the beef between Sarah and Tyson? They're complaining about each other to different people. Seems like we're at the point in the game where people have enemies. People had to backstab. The lines were drawn. So I'm excited to see where we go from here. Although this was kind of, the team winning the daily challenge kind of slowed that down a little bit because they played safe, which we'll get to.
But I liked what Tyson said. He was like, well, you know, if you ain't into like playing, shouldn't really be playing games. So
yeah, maybe you shouldn't be playing any game.
So it's like,
yeah.
what y'all thought this was.
You know, I love passion and intensity, but Sarah's intensity is a little off to me. I don't like it too much. It's too serious, I guess.
Okay.
But I still appreciate her as a competitor. You know, she excels at a lot of these challenges. She had a slip up on the daily challenge in this episode, and yep, we'll get to that. I mean, let's get into it right now. The daily challenge was called Containment. It was an okay daily challenge. You know, it wasn't horrible, wasn't great. You know, again, a testament to all these cast members being so physically and mentally capable that, like, you know, a lot of these daily challenges, people are finishing the job most of the time. Not so much this challenge with a couple of teams, but so there's 4 40-foot containers, 25 feet above water. You got to run and jump into the water, swim to a rope ladder, climb it. There's going to be 4 different kinds of symbols on the roof and inside the containers. And then you use like a rope swing to get to the center platform. You get a key, go back to the start where there's a board, insert your key, and that tells you how to do some type of math with the symbols. I was kind of confused in that area, but yeah, Angela and Dominic go first. And I was a little scared for Dominic. You know, he's an older guy, not in the best shape. So I thought he would actually struggle on this daily challenge, and I thought they were going to be in jeopardy of going in. But he killed it. And Dominic's been doing good all season. You know, he's one of the older guys. Like I said, a little out of shape, but he still seems to have that savviness and the capabilities to perform in these challenges. So it's a breath of fresh air to see somebody like that.
Him, Tyson, and Ben are in the same like age bracket, right?
Yeah, but Dominic clearly more out of shape, you know. Doesn't work out as much, I'll say.
Yeah, like you.
Like me. You know, just had to flex real quick. Then I was
flexing, but
yeah, I wasn't even flexing, honestly. I'll break the camera if I flex. I don't want to, you know, we're in the middle of a podcast here. I don't want to, you know, hold it.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on. Then I was scared that Ben and Sarah were gonna crush it. You know, they're kind of like my, you know, the villain of the episode for me, because I don't. Huh?
I wanted them to win to shake up the house.
But I am too obsessed with Tyson, so I wanted them to lose. Not necessarily lose, but not win. Because I knew they were gonna, you know, throw Tyson in no matter what.
Would that have been a bad thing though?
It wouldn't have. And, you know, Tyson, it just was a weird situation because of Tyson's partner, Kira, being really sick. I don't know how she would have performed in that elimination, but it looked like Enzo really struggled the whole time. So I think, honestly, Tyson would have been able to like beat them 1v2. But I mean, Kira would have been there to help for sure. And Kira is like, I look at her as like a good competitor. So I really do blame her lack of skill in this challenge to her being sick. I think she would have been able to complete it no problem if she wasn't feeling sick. But yeah, Sarah screwed up and missed a symbol. So, you know, they had to run it a second time, which is, you know, you're not winning if you got to run this challenge a second time. So
that's the comical part, because I just was like, you so gung-ho to win this and you want Tyson to go in, but you ain't doing what you need to do. Yeah. So that's where I was like, you ain't serious about winning this. So I just was like, yeah, somebody else could come up and do a better job, and definitely did. So I was like, yeah, y'all ain't winning this.
Yeah, I mean, that could be like what I said, like she's too intense. She was blinded by the win that like she just, you know, missed a simple symbol.
Yeah.
You know, we see Shannon strains her hamstring and decides to announce it to the world. I pulled a muscle.
Yeah, stuff like that. You don't need to be announcing to the house because they will use that as leverage, and you will be going into elimination. Like, look, let's take it back to free agents. Like, what's the word? These people put in Kara, who had a broken wrist. Like, that's if that ain't savage enough, I'm like, bro. So if anything goes, basically, on the challenge, man, like,
Yeah.
you just got to be prepared. Either you get medically DQ'd, or they will see that weakness and everybody will put you in. Sorry to say.
And Shannon's already one of the smaller, I'd say weaker girls in the house, especially left in the house. You know, there's not too many people left. So it's like, yeah, I mean, if you could throw in one of the smallest people who's injured, likely they're going to go home. You won't have any blood on your hands when, you know, the next day. Danny's playing for his wife Kiki. I learned that this episode.
Bro, I literally have that in my notes too. I'm like, if I hear Kiki one more time, like at this point, Kiki needs to host a reunion.
Yeah.
Because if I hear
you better
Kiki,
not leave him.
No,
that'd be so embarrassing.
Bro, like, I hope Donnie does well in this competition. I actually like Donnie.
Me too.
As a guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll Kiki have the host.
Yeah.
She has the host.
She does. Or like the after show or something, or like a reunion.
Something.
Yeah. It's funny, the challenge stats on Twitter, he like posted a stat of like how many times people got mentioned, and Danny was mentioned like 3 times, Kiki was mentioned twice. So it's like Kiki almost out-mentioned somebody who's on the show. Oh man. But yeah, we saw Kira struggle. We saw her fall. She was the only one who fell off the rope swing, which looked pretty brutal.
Yeah, first of all, I was laughing because I was like, bro, like you ain't even like try to jump. You just was like, woo.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she seems better than that, so I gotta blame it on the sickness. I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah.
Off as a flop.
Enzo, though, I mean, with the massive doo-doo pies on top of that container.
I was like, bro, you didn't even attempt to swing.
That's crazy.
Attempt to swing.
Dude, it was so funny, though.
I'm like, bro, Leo is afraid of jumping into water, and this dude literally did it.
Yeah.
Of the season.
Dude.
So it's like, if Leo could do that, and props to Leo.
Yeah.
I think every week I just have to like give Leo his little credits.
Yeah.
Props to Leo, not the best of the bunch, but still shows up and does what he has to do. So props to him for jumping in the water, because that's his fair of doing that. So I applaud him. But Enzo, for him not even attempting a swing.
Yeah,
you didn't say like he has a phobia with like rope or water or running. Like, and you didn't even do it until you just like,
yeah, he's like, man, I can't do this shit.
Bro, and that's why I tell you, like, bro, like, he's giving us honest vibes, man. I think he's from Jersey, though.
I know, dude, or I don't know. Yeah, we gotta figure that out, because we assume too much about him. Boston, New Jersey, New York.
Yeah, like it'd have to be one of them. The accent
somewhere. Connecticut, I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe we'd see him on a highway.
Never. Yeah, maybe. I think I did see him on a highway when I grew up in Connecticut.
Yeah, man.
Inside joke. Don't worry about us. But I feel bad for my girl Justine, man. She is going through it this season.
Props to her too, though.
Props to her. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason she's still in the freaking game. I mean, she's killing it, but like, she's gone through like every challenge experience that a challenger could go through throughout seasons in one season.
That's true.
You know, She's lost a daily challenge. She's had a partner give up on her. She's won multiple eliminations. She's won a daily challenge. Yeah, she's just been doing it all. David, David is now on the Challenge USA.
Welcome David to the show. That's what I also wrote that down. I was like, I know who David is now.
Yeah.
I know who he is. So the first 2-3 episodes, didn't know this guy. Welcome, David. I see you.
What do you think it was? I mean, he was getting a lot of Love Island partners at the beginning, and you know that might work out perfectly for him. He got all the weakest partners in the beginning, like 4 episodes, and now all that's left are these like dominant women. So it's like he has a good chance and from now on to like, you know, win some of these dailies, I guess, because it seems like I mean, to finish this challenge faster than any other team, that's proved something, because, you know, it really did come down to like those little nuances of, you know, getting up to the container as fast as you could, you know, facing your fear as fast as you could and rope swinging to the platform, doing math as fast as you could. Like a lot of these teams finished and did well. So for them to edge out every other team really says something.
Yep, D&D.
Desi showed up, you know, she's been quiet the whole season. These two have been quiet, so it was interesting when they won. Okay,
we had Tom, because literally I was thinking like the exact same thing. I'm like, Desi's been playing a little below the radar.
Yeah.
Daphne's been below the radar, not really making too much fuss, not too much noise, but came up with the win. So that was good to see.
Yeah.
But I really wanted them to make a better move with the of putting
it may be this smart move, you know, it may be, you know, staying out of the fights. You know, we heard Desi say we don't want to be the first one to take a shot at, you know, somebody who's won a daily challenge before.
I mean, it's valid.
It is. It's not fun for the viewers.
Yeah, I just wanted a little shake up. Personally, I wanted Tyson to go in.
Yeah, I personally wanted like Kylan and Cash to go in or something like that.
Wow, so you just turned on Cash that quick just for Tyson. Wow.
Yeah, I guess so.
Gummy.
Anything for Tyson. Yo, Leo's moment.
In Tyson we trust, right?
Huh?
In Tyson we trust, right?
In Tyson we trust. Wasn't that the episode name? Yeah. You touched on it before. Leo's daily challenge performance. That was the most touching moment of the episode of the season. That was amazing to see. You know, we've seen this cast kind of shit on Leo a lot throughout the season. So for them to all get behind him and cheer him on, and, you know, really watching somebody in raw cut and like raw film conquer their fears. Like, you know, he was like getting ready and he couldn't jump, getting ready, couldn't jump. And then he jumped and it looked like he was like, you know, freaking out in the water. And then he climbs up the container, does the rope swing, no problem, and jumps from the platform. You will hear TJ said it. He was like, well, I didn't think you were going to jump off that platform after that stunt. You know, like, TJ looks so happy this season.
Happy. That's what I'm saying. Like, TJ looks very happy. And when we get to elimination, I'll elaborate on his happiness.
Yes, I wrote that. I wrote something down like that too. But yeah, David and Desi win. Interesting team because we haven't seen them in the midst of any game talk. So like, yeah, we're gonna see like, all right, what do they have in mind here? Like, what is their goal? And their goal seems to be to not ruffle any feathers, which, you know, creates a boring episode. But if you're a fan of David and Desi, you're probably a fan of that move because it might suit them well in the future. The only thing that might come back to bite them is Alyssa was really close with Derek. So Alyssa might try to get some big brothers on her side and be like, yo, David, you know, betrayed one of our big brother-ins. We need to go after him. I don't know.
Alyssa ain't got no pull. Let me say that.
Yeah.
She don't have no pull. So she ain't making no moves. I'm gonna say that now. All right.
Okay.
So I said that with my chest.
All right. I see you. Yeah, who does she have? I mean, she's got Kylan, I guess, huh?
I mean,
Kylan.
they'd have to make that some sort of alliance because they're the only one left from their season. Kylan
Yeah.
doesn't have the cookout,
And
and
yeah, we
Alyssa
we
doesn't have their.
saw Enzo and David's relationship. They seem to be really good friends. It's almost like an alliance within an alliance. You know, within Big Brother, you have David and Enzo, and then maybe you have Alyssa and Kylan. But at this point in the game, people like Kylan might just be thinking for themselves and, you know, creating their own game from now on rather than sticking to a show.
Mm-hmm. And I would support that 100% if Kylan decides to do that.
Yeah, you might as well at this point.
Yeah. That ain't really much.
Yeah, Shannon tried hiding her injury, but it was like too little too late, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, we get to the elimination already, but it ends up being Enzo and Justine versus Derek and Shannon. The elimination is called Spelling Ebe. TJ with the corny jokes this season, huh? The corny punny jokes. I'm here for it. 2 platforms, 120 tires altogether. You got to transfer all 60 of your tires onto the platform, 1 tire at a time. But first, TJ will ask them to spell words backwards. Winning team gets 5 tires taken off of their stacks. So a 5 tire head start. Great elimination. I mean, they're killing it with the creativity. And I think, again, it's a testament to all these cast members being so well-rounded that every daily challenge, every elimination is really coming down to the end. You know, anybody has a chance to win these things, and people are getting edged out by just a little bit. Comes down to strategy. You know, Enzo's, you know, age comes into play, his wisdom, and maybe his some of his work backgrounds. He said he worked with, you know, tires or mechanics before. So, you know, just stacking these tires in what Kylan said, like a pancake style, you know, just making it all fit like a puzzle and then stacking it up almost like a pyramid, rather than Derek and Shannon's strategy was just to get the tires there. I don't know why they were stacking on top when they had so much room around this platform. Like, they knew how many tires they had. They could see the tires that they were going to retrieve. So it's like, yeah, I thought Derek would be smarter than that, as a, you know, he claims to be this intelligent person, but this was a mess up for sure.
Yep. Almost. Well, he wasn't really gloating about it. I would have compared it to like when Sarah thought she had it in the bag on Rival. And it was like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, true. He doesn't gloat about, you know, being this intelligent guy, but I guess that's just what the viewers might look at him as. And he is smart. I mean, we've seen him complete, you know, these puzzles before and these math equations, but this is a different type of smart. So yeah, it's almost like a street smart. But yeah, I mean, it was super close. Like we alluded to before, TJ was into it. He was screaming at Enzo and Justine, "Come on!"
He wanted them to win. I was with it.
Justine's got the last tire and she's struggling, and she's like, "Enzo, help!" And TJ's like, "No, Justine, you gotta meet him there." Like, it was so.
He was hyped up, like that comeback, that underdog, you know, type of vibe.
Yeah.
I think he wanted them to win.
Yeah, I know, right? It seemed like
to be honest, because I was right there with him. I was rooting for Enzo and Justine to win.
Me too. Yeah, I like Derek, but Justine's one of my favorites, and I like Enzo's personality. He makes me laugh a lot, so I like him on the show.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
I think if Derek and Shannon just had a better strategy with that tire stacking, they would have won. I mean, they retrieved all their tires first, so you know, it's a shame. I bet they're kicking themselves for that. You know, on the trip home, they were pretty upset, I'm sure.
Yeah, because you have in elimination, you have to be quick. You have to be right there, and that's when you know this is a challenger. This is somebody who can think on their feet and make the exact decision that needs to be made, especially when you have, strategy, eliminations where, some physicality is involved, but like how Leo and Sarah did last elimination, you come up with a plan, and if it's sound enough, you stick to that and it will benefit you, but if you just come in there and you're just trying to
it was sloppy.
You like stick like you like throw something to the wall and expect it to stick.
Throw shit at the wall, expect it to stick.
So everything just falling apart, like how on Drake and Josh when they was like sticking the sushi on the thing of, I don't know why I come up with that analogy, but yeah, I wish you could plug that. But but yeah, it just didn't stick.
Yeah,
Really,
seeing it was super intense. Seeing their tire, their stack of tires fall. It's just like, oh my god, Enzo and Justine have a chance. Like I don't know, I was getting goosebumps, I was getting hyper, like my heart was going, which I could say to a lot of these eliminations. So when it comes to this season and the competition, the physicality, the similarities in capabilities, I'm really loving it. Do I wish there was some more drama? Yes, drama, hookups, sure. But, I'm not that toxic of a person. I don't need those things for me to enjoy a show. I know a lot of people that are the fans of the challenge watch it mostly for the drama. It's like, hey, go watch Flavor of Love or something. If you're watching this mostly for the drama, go watch I Love New York, Real Chance of Love, or whatever that show was called. The Rock of Love. These are all just like dating shows from the past.
The Rock of Love.
That was Brett Michaels, I think.
That was the show, Rock of Love.
Yeah, it was like Brett Michaels wanted to find love, and it was like on a tour bus, and they would do little silly challenges.
Or something like that.
It was like Flavor of Love, basically, but I used to watch those growing up. No shame. But we did get I think our first hope to see you in the future from TJ when saying goodbye to Derek and Shannon. So I don't know. I know that this season will like the winners of this season go to like the tournaments of challenge something. It's like, is there going to be a Challenge USA 2?
I don't know. You raise a valid point because as he keeps bringing up this global championship, and then I Googled it, and they're only trying to do like Australia, UK, and Argentina. That's 4 shows. So what are you gonna have? Just 4 winners competing against each other, like 4 pairs of winners?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We did have somebody comments like, so the winners of like seasons 37 and 38 of the flagship show will be on this global tournament, and maybe like the runners up as well. So it may be like half people from the flagship show and then half people from these Challenge USA, UK, Australias.
Okay, so CT and Casey, whoever wins 38, and whoever wins USA, Argentina, UK, and
but also somebody in the comments brought up like maybe they don't want to use Casey because she's not like Challenge OG. Maybe they bring back like an Emily Schramm, somebody who's like, I'm sure they want the Challenge flagship show to win over all these other shows, so they'll probably make the most dominant teams they can. Maybe like a Bananas and a Laurel, or I don't know what they'll do. I don't know what the rules are on this whole thing, but I guess I'm excited to see. As long as it's the challenge at the end of the day, I'm gonna watch it. So
I'm wondering if they want to have this done by the time they hit the 40th.
Yeah, I would. Maybe that's like the big 40. Maybe that's what they're gonna do for like season 40, this whole global tournament. And maybe I guess it'll be on Paramount though, or CBS. I don't know.
I don't know if I really necessarily want that as 40.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they actually would, because it might belong to like Paramount.
Flagship. Yeah, it's a flagship show.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, goodbye, Derek and Shannon. Enzo and Justine back in the house. Hopefully Enzo can redeem himself the rest of the season after that pathetic performance on the daily challenge. But yeah, next on we see a cool looking daily challenge. It reminds me of it's like bumper cars, but it really reminds me of, if I ever played Mario Kart 64, or maybe it was on one of the ones on the GameCube, but there was a mini game where like people had balloons on their car, and you had to pop all the balloons.
Double Dash.
Double Dash was that?
Double Dash.
Yeah, really reminded me of that. So I'm excited for this daily challenge.
You actually used to play that?
Oh yeah, I'm a big gamer in general, so.
Wow, I definitely would whoop you in that.
All right, we need to end this before I get heated. Dude,
love you too.
I'm not even gonna get started with you.
Hey, love you, T.
What is that from?
Alyssa.
Oh yeah.
But she's like, love you, X.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Tom.
Yeah, sure you do.
You gotta be quick with it, man.
Yeah. Love you, X. Just sent you into elimination. Love you.
Love you, T, when I beat you.
You don't know me. You don't know me at all, Daniel. But yeah, thanks for joining, everybody. Please follow me. I'm starting to be active on my Instagram, Challenge Express, just like my YouTube, spell it out. You know, I'm uploading logos there for challenge cast members. This guy over here is helping me, you know, supporting me through that, so I appreciate that. You know, follow me on Twitter at Challenge Express. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Let us know how you're feeling about this season. Let us know if you're excited about future seasons.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, other than that, Challenge Express out. Peace.